a sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me.
Okay, where are we? What
so
is
we're
this?
in the incubation tent, and we try and keep this at 30 degrees.
Okay.
Once the mycelium's added to the hardwood sawdust, the bags come in here, and they stay here for about 2 weeks.
Okay. By the way, everybody, this is Christina.
Hello.
Christina Donahue, right?
Yes, from Loghouse Farm Mushrooms.
Right. So this is my first experience, and this is her husband, Paul.
Hello, I'm Paul.
Hello, Paul.
And this bag is fully inoculated.
Oh, okay. Inoculated against disease. I'm kidding.
So when the mycelium is first started, it's all brown, and you can see that there's some white spots starting to form. This one actually probably shows it really well. So this is all just little bits of mycelium. And then once it starts to really form,
look like fur.
it does.
Almost furry, or like cotton.
Yeah, and then once the bag is completely white, then it's ready to go into the fruiting chambers.
And you said you keep this room at a certain temperature?
30 degrees Celsius.
Okay. So what's the importance of the temperature?
So in nature, this would simulate summertime.
Okay.
So we're recreating summer in here, where it's nice and warm and not overly humid. When we walk into the growing tents, we are starting to simulate fall.
Oh,
So we're dropping the temperature to 18 degrees,
Yeah.
adding 90% humidity, and simulating that it's fall and it's ready to fruit.
Very good. So when did you start doing this?
So we started 18 months ago.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh.
So we're fairly new.
yeah.
But we've grown 3 times in the 18 months.
Okay.
We started with one little tiny tent, and we've sort of grown from there.
So what made you decide to grow mushrooms?
So we started actually with poultry, sheep, and Christmas trees. But we started the year of the heat dome, and we lost all the Christmas trees, 500 of them.
Wow.
We lost lots of turkeys, lots of chickens. So we wanted to kind of find something where we controlled the environment, because it's getting harder and harder to control the environment outside.
Right.
Paul had always had an interest in mycology, so we got a little tiny grow tent and thought we'd give it a whirl and see what happened. Our first attempt at it was really successful, so we started going to the Mission Farmers Market.
Okay.
We did really well there, and so we've just grown from there.
And it's my understanding is you grow gourmet mushrooms.
We
Is
do.
that
So we
right?
grow 8 varieties of oyster mushrooms, speckled chestnut, enoki. We're trying to do some shiitakes. We'll see how those go. And then we also grow lion's mane, reishi, and turkey tail.
Well, most of them I have never heard of.
So lion's mane, reishi, and turkey tail are considered a functional mushroom because there's lots of health benefits.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so lion's mane you can eat as a culinary mushroom, or you can eat it for the health benefits.
Yes.
Once you dehydrate it at a specific temperature and length of time, it releases the health benefits in it,
Right.
and it's very good for your brain. So people use it for autism, dementia, ADHD, nerve damage. It's like the superfood of mushrooms.
Right. Now, my understanding is mushrooms come from a spore, right?
Yes, correct.
So how do you get that spore to begin with?
So we are unfortunately not fortunate enough to have a lab yet.
Okay.
So we bring in what's called grain spawn, which has the spores and the grain already colonized.
Okay.
It would look like, I'll just grab a bag.
Yeah, I'll just follow you, so because it's kind of interesting, you know, to get the whole process.
So it would look something like this. And so we get grain that's been colonized already.
Okay.
Then we take this and we break it up and we distribute it amongst bags of hardwood sawdust.
Okay.
And that's what you see in there.
Right. Now, you had to learn this whole process, right?
We did. It was a very steep learning curve. I did lots of research on YouTube. There's some really great people who've been doing it in the States and in the UK.
Right.
So we just did trial and error with things that they've done, and it was really successful. So we haven't really changed too much because it's working. Don't break what's not fixed.
Exactly.
Probably our biggest challenge in here from our last location of having tents is temperature.
Right.
The heat of this summer.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's ducting everywhere. We've been running 4 air conditioners and a commercial chiller, trying to keep the rest of the rooms cold, because that one needs to be 30, whereas these ones need to be 18 degrees.
Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's fascinating.
So yeah, I'll just climb inside.
Yeah, please.
So this is called Willow Piopini.
Okay.
You can come on in if you want.
Yep. I have to pay attention as I'm holding the camera.
That's okay. So this is called Willow Piopini, and it's a gourmet mushroom.
Okay.
This is lion's mane.
Oh.
So it looks sort of like a brain cauliflower type thing.
Definitely looks like cauliflower.
It does.
Okay.
This is a black pearl king oyster. It has a very earthy taste. Most of them just have a minimal earthy taste. That is a definite earthy taste.
Okay.
This is some more willow piopinis. Down here, so this is what we would call pinning, and it is a blue oyster that's just starting to form.
This is so fascinating.
So from this point here, this is a pearl oyster, which will be a white oyster.
Okay.
From this point, it only takes 2 days here we go, to look like this.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah,
look at
so
that.
from those ones to this is 2 days.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's fascinating. Look at that. This is so interesting and exciting to see it all, the whole process. Wow, okay.
So then we'll go down to the other tent.
This one is fresh.
Yes, I do.
I'm looking it up.
Okay. So this is our other grow tent.
Whoops.
That's okay. I know it's high. I hate
I have short legs too.
Yes. So this is a pink oyster.
All right.
It's a much thinner oyster, not so meaty and moist.
Okay.
It's really good used for like as vegan bacon. Or in a soup and stew where the moisture is there to kind of help it out.
Okay.
There's a very nice blue.
Yeah, that is nice blue.
So our lighting is 65,000 Kelvin to bring out the colors in the mushrooms.
Okay.
So the environment we have in here, we control the lighting, the humidity, the CO2,
Okay.
as well as the temperature. So all of those things have to be perfect
Yeah.
for them to fruit. So 2 degrees either way
Okay.
can make either an ugly mushroom or just not want to grow.
Right.
So you'll feel that it's much cooler in here
Yes.
than in the first tent.
So just backtrack for just a little bit. Now, from the process from the first room
yes,
to say this point,
yes,
what's approximate length of time?
3 weeks.
Oh, that's so fast.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long.
Okay. So,
So when we order the grain spawn,
yeah.
it's 2 to 3 weeks before it's ready.
Okay.
And then it's shipped to us. And then when we get it, put it in the hardwood sawdust. It's about 3 weeks till we have fruiting mushrooms.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So currently, now, are you just selling them at markets, or do you ship them out to people? How's that working?
So
for you?
currently we are just doing markets. This last summer we were doing 9 markets a week in 15 different cities.
That's a lot.
It was a lot.
Yes,
We
that's
wanted
why
to.
there's not much mushrooms in here right now because we've picked everything for the markets.
Right.
But the next market's in like 3 days.
Oh.
And this will grow again in
Right.
3
Yeah.
days.
And that's where I saw you. I believe it was at
Yes.
the market at the in Chilliwack where I live.
Yes, and then next week we start our first retail store
Yeah.
that will be carrying our fresh mushrooms.
Yeah.
And then in about 3 weeks they'll be carrying our dried products.
Well, very nice.
Yeah. So and then we have our first restaurant who will be ordering from us as well.
Right.
And they'll be starting in about a month.
Now, can I ask about cost? Like if somebody was buying from you, okay? If somebody was buying this, like say this one here,
Yeah.
from you, is that expensive?
No, so we sell our boxes, 225 gram boxes of like a mix of oyster mushrooms
Yes.
at $12.
Oh, that's really
So
good
it's half a
price.
pound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very good
And
price.
you get like a blue and a pearl and usually a little bit of lion's mane and a pink.
Right,
So there's a
okay.
nice variety in the box.
Just want to show
Yeah,
my
so that's
lion's
about
mane again.
2 days old.
And you can really see there where it looks so much more like a broccoli.
Oh,
I mean a cauliflower. Whatever. I know what I mean.
I know. So there's another black pearl oyster.
So fascinating.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's amazing to watch them grow.
No.
They're like little babies.
Now, what, if anything, would cause an issue for them in the growing?
Contamination is our biggest factor.
Like, so, what would that entail?
So if when we're making our bags, there was any kind of germs or anything that isn't supposed to be in there,
Right.
Somebody sneezed.
Oh,
It's a very sterile environment
okay.
to do it, so that there isn't contamination.
Right.
And then in this area, contamination usually comes in the form of trike, which is green, which I think Paul has a bag. Oh, yes.
Okay, so that's been infected.
That's contamination.
That's
Contaminated.
trike.
Strike, okay.
Trike.
Trike?
Trike, yes.
Okay.
There's many different kinds of fungus that overtake this fungus.
Right. And now
Yeah.
this
Trike
is
is one.
considered a fungus, though,
It is
right?
a
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
It's not a
fungus that
plant.
kills a fungus.
And it's not an animal. It's a fungus.
All right.
And so what you're looking at is the fruit of...
This is the plant.
Yeah, but that's the fruit.
That's the fruit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like the flower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does it just break through?
Yeah, so what basically
No,
what
we-
happens
we
is
can't.
when we
Sorry.
put the bags in here, we make an X in the bag.
Okay.
That allows the bag to gain some moisture,
Yeah.
as well as air,
Mm-hmm.
and it signals to the mycelium inside that it's time to fruit because the temperature's dropped 10 to 15 degrees,
Wow.
and you've introduced 90% humidity
Okay.
and air.
Mm-hmm.
It says, oh, it must be fall. I'm going to fruit. So basically, in our tents, we're simulating the seasons
Right.
to have it fruit.
Now the smell in here is a little funky. I guess I could
It is a little
describe
funky.
it.
It's
not-
kind of funny. I'm so used to it now.
But it's not a bad smell. It's a
No,
very bit
it's
earthy or
very earthy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a forest
Yeah.
smell.
Yeah. Right.
Because when we're out in the woods, there's mycelium everywhere.
Right,
It's
okay.
living under the ground absolutely
Right.
everywhere. So it's that sort of earthy.
I see one behind there. It's hiding
Oh,
behind
yes,
there.
they like to do that. So this has happened because when we harvest on one side,
Yes.
we tape it over
Mhm.
and we turn it around.
Oh, okay.
And we do a couple of sides.
Right.
But sometimes
It
the
didn't get-
mushrooms...
It didn't get the message.
Correct. Mushrooms do what mushrooms want to do, not what we want them to do.
Right.
And sometimes they will pop out in the strangest places. We've had bags where we've had a nice X. It's like, yes, there you go. And it will literally pop out a seam or
Right.
anywhere it decided.
Okay.
So we also make grow boxes that allows people to do it at home so that they don't have to have the perfect conditions.
yeah.
So you just do it on your kitchen counter.
So what kind of is in there?
So this one, I don't know because it's been taken off.
Oh, okay.
I would
Oh, it
take a
says-
hazardous gas.
Blue oyster says
Oh,
there.
there we go. It was a blue oyster.
So what would
So,
that
yeah.
cost for somebody?
So $30,
Right.
and you get 2 flushes, one on the side and one on this side,
Okay.
and you will get a flush that looks like that on each side.
So does it keep growing from that?
No, once it's finished,
Okay.
it's done on this side and this side.
Okay.
You wouldn't get any more.
Ah.
But the nice thing is all of the ingredients inside the bag
Yeah.
are compostable.
Right. You grow
So-
it, you eat it, and then what's up the whatever.
And then you can put it in your garden,
Yeah.
your compost pile.
Very nice.
So we try for very little waste.
Right.
Um,
That's excellent.
And in that, when we pick and harvest, anything that doesn't sell in 2 days, we dehydrate, and then we will show you the fungi factory,
Okay.
and you will see what we do with everything we dehydrate.
Right. Now, when you say you harvest, do you just like cut it off?
So I tell you what, we will harvest this because it's ready anyway.
Okay.
So you just literally snap and pull it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And
None
then-
of these are shrooms, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, I know.
I just had to say that.
Because we've never had that. Yeah, so like this one here, I would just put my hand underneath
Right.
and I would just pull up
Okay. Nice and easy.
and it comes off. And so you can see the little bits of hardwood.
Yes.
So we just slice that off before it goes to the customer.
Right.
Thanks for dinner?
Sure.
Oh, no, Michael needs a
Yes.
box. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have, like I said, 8 different types of oysters. And we're sort of expanding what we do grow
Yeah.
to sort of...
So it's like a continuing work in progress.
It is.
Right?
Yes. And then our next thing is to get a lab.
Oh
so that
my
we
gosh.
can grow, yes, I'm very excited. So that we can grow even more varieties.
Right.
Because right now we're kind of at the mercy of what other people sell.
Yes.
So it would be nice to be able to grow some more varieties.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So moving on. What's the next thing that
So
we?
we'll go,
Close this up.
okay, so we'll go to the fungi factory.
Okay. All right. This way.
Yes, back to the car. The building by the car.
Okay. So I'm just going to leave the camera on because this is also what we didn't discuss obviously yet. Because came here. You have chickens.
We do.
You have doggies.
Yes, and we have sheep.
This is a puppy. What's this doggy's
This
name?
is Buddy.
Nice, beautiful looking dog, by the way. Okay. You can hear the chickens, people.
And you can see the
Oh, there's some
lamb.
sheep. Look at that. There we go.
Yeah.
Hello. I always talk to animals.
Oh, that's good. Me too. Sometimes they talk back.
Yeah. You know, I say hi to birds.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
oh, it's all good. No, it's kind of. You kind of gotta make sure that it's closed. Otherwise, the sheep like to come through,
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
which we don't want.
Okay, so this is a big property. How much?
4.5 acres.
4.5 acres?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, we're just taking a little tour here as we do the interview.
So
Hello.
Violet is from the UK.
Oh, I can't. I'm gonna swing around because of the light behind you. Hello.
Hello.
So, how long you been here?
Nearly a month, I think. Yeah.
And you came here just purposely to work here?
To work on farms, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This
So
is-
you're enjoying it so
this is
far?
the one. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah. All right. So when you first finished here, are you going back home, or what are you doing?
I'm moving on to another farm,
Oh, very
and
good.
then I'll be moving on to another farm,
All right.
and just keep going until I run out of time. Pretty much,
Well,
yeah.
good luck and enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Violet. Yeah, we generally have 3. They're called woofers.
Woofers.
It's an organization called Worldwide Organization of Organic Farming.
Oh,
And so people from around the world
Yeah.
can come and stay on the farm.
right.
We provide the accommodation and the food and the learning experiences.
Yes.
And they work on the farm and learn all kinds of things.
Well, I think that would be fantastic for a young person.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
and old people.
And well, that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody who's into organic farming.
Yeah.
So we're doing the interview. There's my driver. So it took us. It was quite a challenge to get here, people. Well, that's a whole other story, you know. Oh, and there's chicken. They're talking to my sister Kitty. Probably they're having more than likely having a conversation. Okay. It was really fascinating, Kitty. Yeah.
And then, so this is our fungi factory,
Okay.
and it's sort of in process.
Uh-huh.
We're turning it into a commercial kitchen. And it's where the other part of the magic happens.
Okay.
So anything that doesn't get sold in 2 days
Yes.
gets dehydrated and then comes here, and we have a range of soup mixes, lion's mane tea, coffee.
Wow. Looks this awesome.
Yeah, so we have quite a range. We have 29 products.
Okay.
And so this is where we make all of those products. Yeah, so this is one of our bags of dehydrated mushrooms. So it's just a mix of all the kinds of oyster mushrooms.
So that, as you said, you put it in the soup or something
Yeah.
where there's moisture, right, to bring out the flavor and...
Yeah, or even rice, or you could even add water and rehydrate it.
Yeah.
And then stir fry with it. It's not quite as good as fresh, but it works
But
because
still,
it's-
I'm sure it would. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're getting flavors that you wouldn't normally get at the grocery store, like what you buy.
Exactly.
Right.
And so we take these, and we have 5 different soup mixes we make.
Right.
And then the lion's mane that you saw.
Yes.
We dehydrate it to get its health benefits. And then we have a range of teas. We have 5 different teas.
Right.
And we have 4 different kinds of coffee.
Oh, my God. Oh, wow. You're a very, very busy person.
We're busy.
People.
Yeah, we're busy here. And so...
Oh, look at that. Can I turn it around? Is it okay?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So this is one of your soup mixes.
Yeah, that's our vegetarian chicken noodle.
Oh, and look at that. It even has the...
The nutritional label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. So what made you decide to get into the soup mixes and the tea?
So it started out that we were dehydrating mushrooms that we weren't using because I didn't want them to go to waste.
Right.
And we were just selling dehydrated mushrooms.
Okay.
Then I realized, there must be something else we can do. I have a culinary background.
Aha.
And so I put my thinking cap together and we started with 1 soup and then 2 and then 3. And then all of a sudden we've had 5 soups.
Right.
And lion's mane doesn't have a taste.
It doesn't. Okay.
No, raw. It has a texture of chicken, which makes it a really great plant-based substitute.
Okay.
But dehydrated is the health benefits, and there's no taste to it, which makes it really easy to put in teas and coffees for people to get the health benefits.
Right. So
we also powder it.
So what are the health benefits of it?
So it's good for your brain, your heart, your stomach.
Okay.
And it boosts your immune system. Mm-hmm. Most people do take it for the brain.
Okay.
Because it is good for Alzheimer's, dementia, ADHD.
Old lady brain.
I know. ADHD, nerve damage. Right. The list is really long.
Cool.
So it's really good for you. And the nice thing is, because it's natural,
yes,
there's not really side effects and you're not putting chemicals in your body.
Right.
So it's nice. We have lots of people that use it with their kids because it is natural. Lots of our customers have kids or grandkids with ADHD or autism. And the success they've had is just huge.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Yeah, so we sell it powdered as well. So that people can either put it in their own coffee. I like to put it on my granola and yogurt in the morning.
Right.
Whatever you do the same every day is the easiest way to do it.
Very
because
good.
then you will do it.
Very good. So what do your soup mixes, like what would be the cost?
They're $12 a package.
Okay.
They serve 4 people. They're all dairy free.
Yeah.
Some of them are gluten free.
Okay.
And they're all just add water.
Yeah, those are really good prices, I think. Because I think in today's market, like when you go to a grocery store, you know, you're spending so much money so quickly for most things.
Well, we wanted to make it accessible for everybody.
Yeah, that's nice.
We
nice to
don't-
hear.
We are in it to make money, but
course.
we're not in it to make so much money that it's at the expense of other people.
Right.
Because for us, it's important that people can enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
And get a good meal. There's no chemicals. It's all natural.
Right.
And so then people are eating something healthy.
Excellent.
Which is really important.
Yes. Well, that's really great. Well, I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? I think we covered everything.
I think so.
Okay. Well, everybody. So, just to remind you, so I'm talking to Christine Donahue. Her husband's out there somewhere at Loghouse Farms. So they grow mushrooms and they make all these wonderful soups and they have some animals here and chickens and a whole big growing concern. Like she decided to do soups because she's got nothing better to do. Hello, Some people are like overly ambitious. But anyway, it's been great talking to you. Thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thank you.
All right. Bye for now, everybody.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community where you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see.